Hey, this is Michael with Better Life Advice. Our mission here is to help you obtain the knowledge needed in order for you to more deeply understand what drives toxic behavior and toxic relationships. Today's video, we're talking about how to leave a toxic relationship. This is a very important subject matter. And in this video, we're going to be going over 4 things you must do to leave a toxic relationship. So we're talking today about 4 things you must do to leave a toxic relationship. Let's jump right in. Number 1, safely end the relationship. You know, guys, you must exit a toxic relationship safely. So what am I talking about? You must end on good terms. Now, you don't need the approval from the other person who's toxic. I'm not saying that. But you must cut any and all remaining ties that connect you to that person. This includes photos, memories, the phone number. If you need to block that person's contact, then do that. But you don't need to tell them what all you're planning to do. The only thing that you need to actually voice to them is that you don't feel safe in the relationship and you're moving on. And part of moving on is deleting and getting rid of those old memories, photos. You're blocking that person's contact. This is the best way because some people want to stay friends or have certain other relationship benefits within that toxicity or that toxic relationship. But this video, we're talking about how to leave a toxic relationship. See, guys, step 1 is letting go. If you don't let go, you're never going to move forward. And we're going to talk about that in some of the other steps. But in step 1 here, we must safely end the relationship. Cut any and all remaining ties that connect you to that person. If you share a Netflix account, you have to get rid of it. You must. If you share any passwords, change and update your passwords on your email, on your phone. But by all means, get rid of any evidence or evidences that you were even ever with that person. You must let go. If you're ever going to attract something new and more harmonious with your inner self and your true desires, since you're wanting to leave the toxic relationship, well, step 1 is letting go. You must gain proper closure first before freeing yourself to move on. Am I making sense here? Let's move on to number 2. Number 2, the number 2 way on how to leave a toxic relationship, number 2 is reframe the experience. So why is this one important? Why is reframing the experience important? And how exactly are we going to reframe the experience? Well, reframing the experience, any experience in life, now you can research this, it changes everything. It changes your perspective. It changes your perception. And this is what we're asking of you. Because we're talking about how to leave a toxic relationship. So, reframing the experience. What are 3, and you're asking yourselves these questions, what are 3 positive takeaways you can harvest and remember from your experiences with this person? And you're asking yourself these questions. What are 3 positive takeaways that you can harvest and remember from your experiences with this person, from the relationship, from the toxic relationship. Because it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad, you can always find things within the means of the situation that you were involved in to be grateful for. And it changes and reframes your experience of that situation in memory. We do this in order to change our focus from negative to positive, because whenever we are leaving especially a toxic relationship, guys, our heads are typically filled with low self-esteem, doubt, worry about the future, fear, and we're going to eliminate those things by reframing the experience. So write down and journal 3 positive learning lessons that you took from being within that relationship. If you dive deep enough, you will be able to discover and uncover healthy learning lessons that came from the experience, even if that experience was very painful and was distressing. So write down and journal 3 positive learning lessons. Doing this, because you might be asking yourself, why? Because doing this effectively changes your focus from negative to positive. Refer back to what you've journaled when bombarded by negative thoughts. So as you're moving forward, it doesn't mean that negative thoughts and negative feelings won't come. Those will come. But do you see how we're using reframing the experience number 2 here on how to leave a toxic relationship as a tool and mechanism to refer back to? And that's what we're saying. Refer back to what you've journaled, those 3 positive learning lessons. Refer back to what you've journaled when the negative thoughts are bombarding your mind. A very healthy habit to develop. Moving on, number 3. The number 3 way on how to leave a toxic relationship. Number 3, establish your purpose. Establish your purpose. Create a list of goals. Now, this will include financial goals, new relationship goals, from the clarity that you gained from your previous toxic relationship, very powerful stuff, career goals, and spiritual goals. Financial goals. Write these down. 3-year goals, 5-year goals, a 5-year plan if you have to. And the reason we do this is to set in motion our intentions and direction for our future. Because without moving forward and the energetic capacity to move forward, we become trapped in the past and we become trapped in our own heads. This is essential if you are going to leave a toxic relationship. Number 3 is essential. And if you don't know your purpose, you're going to have to discover your purpose. You're going to have to discover what you love to do, what really turns you on, what really lights a fire in your soul, in your spirit, in your heart, what really speaks to you, what makes you feel alive. And you go after that. Because anytime that you're pursuing your purpose and you feel alive, others are going to pick up on that and feel that energy. And they're going to follow you because now you are a leader and you have faith in yourself. And that's attractive. So create a list of goals. The reason we do this is to set in motion our intentions and direction. We must have a direction. You may or might be familiar with the 5 P's. Now this ties into number 3. Proper planning prevents poor performance. So without proper planning and a direction for our future, we become strangely trapped in the past and in our heads. So moving on, we're talking about how to leave a toxic relationship. We went over 3 steps already. We're moving on to the 4th. So in steps 2 and 3, we took care of working on ourselves. I want you to become aware of what we did in steps 2 and 3. The main focus was repositioning our intentions and efforts directed towards ourselves. Now, number 4, and we're taking notes. Number 4, the final way on how to leave a toxic relationship. Number 4, seek new relationships. Now we're talking about seeking new friendships, new lovers, new business relationships, opportunities. Now, why are we doing this? Well, because first off, we need a support group. We need friends, families, relatives, and others who are willingly going to help us propel us forward and inspire us into new action and into new direction, because the people around us often want us to move forward beyond the past pain anyway. So we're doing a service to ourselves by utilizing the resources of others around us, by seeking new relationships. So why are we doing this? Because this reinforces the power in moving forward. It acts as a positive reinforcement. It also debunks false beliefs such as, I won't ever love again. You might be telling yourself these things. All hope is lost. After a relationship, that's how we feel. Or you might say, I won't ever find another relationship, which is complete bogus. Because refer back to steps 2 and 3 and then do the things that we talked about and take the actions in steps 2 and 3 and then tell me that you'll never find another relationship. When you're passionate and your drive is causing you to become a very attractive individual. It's impossible not to. I also noted here, lastly, as the video's wrapping up, that leaving a relationship, especially a toxic relationship, often makes us turn our feelings inward. It really does. It makes us turn our feelings inwardly. Now, we need to be finding a friend. Now, this is also having to do with number 4, seeking new relationships. I just wrote this down as a final note. Find a friend, find a counselor or family member, and openly express how you feel. Let your emotions out. Letting those old toxic feelings and emotions out of your energetic field, out of your body. If you need to vent, then vent. Because a lot of times if we keep that stuff bottled up, that's why we talked about journaling too and reframing the situation, so that we can change our focus entirely. But I've noticed that whenever other people leave toxic relationships, and when many leave toxic relationships, the missing step is that they ignore their true feelings regarding the relationship. Now, I'm not saying dwell on it. We're moving forward. What I'm saying is if weeks and possibly even months go by and you're still feeling weighed down and heavy, it's because you're not letting it out. It's because you're not letting go. You must let go and allow all of that toxic energy that is spawning from that past. You must let that energy out of your energetic field, out of your aura, out of your body, into the ether. You're letting it go. That's an often missed step. It's very important, vital to understand. Find a counselor, a friend, or family member and openly express how you feel. Find somebody who's willing to listen to your emotions without judgment. and then get to work back on steps 2 and 3. Now, all 4 steps are important, so don't ignore any step. This is perhaps the most important video I have made yet, because there is so much value here. This information is sacred. This is information I've learned over a period of roughly 13 years. So, let your emotions out. Never miss that step, my friends. So this video, we talked about how to leave a toxic relationship. In wrapping up this video, I wish you all well on your journey to leaving the toxic relationship in which you are presently involved in, or might have been involved in recently, and you're learning how to let go and how to leave that toxic relationship. I wish you all well. Tune in to our future videos, and we'll see you in the next video.